Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. This is going to be more of a motivational message, so please take what resonates and leave the rest, as usual. So, the Zen proverb, chop wood, carry water. The whole thing says, before enlightenment, you chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, you chop wood and carry water. What this means is, in order for you to continue to keep getting good results in your life, you have to be consistent. You have to continue to do the work. What happens is people will do the work, get the results they need, and then stop doing the work. And then whatever it is that they created, whatever it is they were working for, starts to decline, starts to deteriorate, because people feel like they've done the striving part. Now they want to arrive, but you have to maintain and be diligent about continuing to do the work to keep what you've maintained. Years ago, I was immersed in Brian Tracy's material. If you don't know who he is, he's a Canadian motivational speaker. He owns multiple businesses. He's written so many books. I'm pretty sure you know who he is. But I was into his material when I was starting my personal training and yoga business so that I could learn how to sell, because that's basically what you're doing in any type of service business. You're selling yourself. So I always recommend, when I'm talking to new trainers and new yogis, that you learn how to sell yourself. But anyways, he's talked about a conference that he had where a gentleman came up to him. It was like a sales training. A gentleman came up to him after the training and said, your material doesn't work. What you're teaching doesn't work. I did all this stuff and it stopped working. And so Brian Tracy asked him, what are you not doing now that you were doing before? And the guy was going over a list of things that he did that he's not doing anymore. And the guy stopped mid-sentence. He said, I stopped working. I stopped working. It was almost like a light bulb went off in his head. That's what Brian Tracy said. You have to continue to do the work. And you can't rely on motivation. I'm sorry, you just cannot. Motivation is good, but it's fleeting, right? You have to be disciplined. And I feel like as I'm recording this message, that's some of the issue that you all are having. You ain't got no damn discipline, as the Hodge twins would say, right? Discipline means you do what you need to do when you need to do it, whether you feel like it or not. I've been practicing yoga for over 20 years, probably like 23 years. And some of the poses that you see me do on my social medias, it's taken me years to accomplish those things. It took me about 2 years to get into lotus pose. It took me over a year to get into a headstand, handstand, splits. All of that stuff took time and repetition and consistency. And even now, if I were to stop practicing for 2 days straight, it would be so hard for me to get into those poses, right? Without a lot of warm up, without a lot of prep work. So for me, I have to practice every single day. And that takes discipline, not motivation. Because trust me, I'm not motivated to practice every day. When my body's sore, if my son's acting a fool and he's staying up, late, or if I got other things going on that's distracting me, taking up my mental and emotional space, I have to rely on my discipline, right? I don't do things because I feel like it. I do things because I need to. Now, this takes time and personal development, but you can get there. And you do that by continuing to chop wood and carry water, even after you've achieved your goal, because you have to maintain it. And let's not forget about the people who want to take what you have and want to take what you've built. That's another reason why you need to continue to chop wood and carry water. Another saying is coming to my mind right now. When you are going to cut down a tree and you've been given 10 hours to cut this tree down, you're going to sharpen your axe for 9 hours and then use that last hour to cut the tree down. So again, it speaks to that every day, doing the work, every day, taking those action steps. And even if you achieve your goal, you continue to work. Now, I'm not saying you don't stop and smell the roses every now and then, stop to appreciate where you are, to be grateful, for how far you've come. But don't stop doing the work. Don't stop doing the work. All right. So I hope this message was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.